So apparently, Miss Meghan Markle herself decided that if she couldn't keep Prince Harry, she'd at least keep the last word, and honey, that word wasn't about charity, kindness, or healing. Nope, it was about something way juicier, something private. Radar Online didn't just wake up one morning and magically know what brand of medication Harry's been using. Somebody had to leak that, right? And that somebody, according to some very well-placed insiders, was none other than Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Drama herself. And oh boy, the picture she painted? Brutal. Word is, Harry's been fighting his thinning crown with a little pharmaceutical backup. Yes, that finasteride and minoxidil combo. The stuff that promises to help your hair, but let's just say, sometimes causes issues elsewhere. You get me? And according to sources close to Meghan, friends who apparently just happened to talk to the press, the side effects hit poor Harry right where it hurts most, literally. Imagine the humiliation. A man already battling baldness now has the entire world whispering about his bedroom business. It's not just airing dirty laundry, it's setting the whole pile on fire. And come on, let's be honest. This wasn't some careless slip of the tongue. This was strategic. Meghan doesn't accidentally let something slip. This was pure, you can't dump me if I destroy you first energy. She turned his privacy into her weapon, a power move that left no way back. Because let's face it, once the world hears that your wife is out there saying you'd rather save your hair than your marriage, that's game over. Behind that California sunshine and we're just living our best free lives facade, things were falling apart, like melting down fast kind of falling apart. Insiders say the marriage had been on life support for ages. Meghan and Harry weren't living like lovers anymore, more like two co-workers stuck in a luxury office with zero chemistry, zero warmth, and a whole lot of awkward silence. After baby number 2, the spark completely vanished. No date nights, no playful moments, just tension thick enough to cut with a royal butter knife. Harry felt unwanted, Meghan felt bored, but instead of fixing it, she allegedly started plotting her exit strategy. Because let's get one thing straight, Meghan Markle does not get dumped ever. She's the one who leaves, not the one who gets left behind, but this time, Harry was the one ready to walk, and that, my friends, was something Meghan's ego just couldn't handle. So what did she do? She flipped the entire story. Suddenly, she was the victim. She was the misunderstood one. The narrative turned from Meghan loses Harry to poor Meghan, look what his medication did to their marriage. And just like that, the whispers began. He's changed. They're distant because of him. See the pattern? Meghan made sure every headline painted her as the flawless, heartbroken Duchess, while Harry came off looking vain, weak, and, well, not exactly romantic hero material. Cold? Oh, you have no idea. Because just when you think she might stop there, oh no. Meghan wasn't done. Not even close. Now here's where the gossip gets dark. Apparently Meghan's been keeping receipts. And not just your everyday text messages or emails. Oh no, videos. Whispers say she's sitting on what's being called Harry's greatest hits. Think private clips, Harry passed out, Harry partying, maybe even a few intimate moments never meant for public eyes. And word on the street? She's allegedly already shown some of them to friends. You know, just to prove a point. That's not love. That's leverage. That's the kind of move that screams blackmail, revenge, and try me if you dare. Imagine being Harry, knowing that the woman you once called your soulmate is sitting on a library of your most embarrassing, lowest moments, and she's angry enough to use them. Sources say he's panicking, embarrassed, maybe even terrified of what might drop next. Because if this is how Meghan starts a divorce war, you don't even want to imagine what she's got planned for the finale. And here's the thing about Meghan, she doesn't fight fair. She doesn't just want to walk away, she wants to win. And in her world, winning means total annihilation. By the time Radar Online dropped that headline about his supposed impotence and medications, Harry wasn't just betrayed, he was exposed. The fairy tale, over, the prince, stripped bare, and Meghan, she'd just claimed her crown as the Duchess of Secrets. Now let's talk about how it all started, because this level of cruelty didn't come out of nowhere. Harry's been fighting that thinning crown for years. You could literally see it receding in every photo. So he does what a lot of men do, turns to a little chemical help. A mix of finasteride and minoxidil, the old faithfuls of the hair world. Sure, they might help your roots, but they come with a tiny, devastating warning label. Possible side effects include mood swings, headaches, and let's just say, a sleepy love life. And then somehow that deeply private medical info ends up splashed all over the tabloids. Who could possibly know that level of detail? Not his barber, not his buddies. Only one person had access to his bathroom cabinet and his bed. That's right, Meghan. And the way she allegedly played it, downright diabolical. She didn't just leak it outright, she framed it as concerned friends whispering to tabloids that Harry's Harry's meds might be affecting intimacy, but everyone could read between the lines. That wasn't pity. That was a public takedown. Imagine your own wife, your supposed soulmate, turning your insecurities into clickbait. It wasn't gossip anymore. It was emotional warfare. And here's the twist. This was never about the meds or the hair or even the marriage. It was about control. Meghan has always been obsessed with image. From her days on Suits to the palace halls of royalty, she's always known the power of a good story. But behind that camera-ready smile and those empowerment speeches lies something colder. Control is everything to her, and nothing destroys control faster than rejection. Being dumped doesn't fit Meghan's storyline. So what does she do? She rewrites the whole thing. Every leak, every source close to Meghan, every whisper in the press, it's not random, it's chess, and every headline sends the same message straight to Harry's heart. You're weak. You're replaceable. I made you. It's classic Meghan, turn every weakness into ammunition. She did it in Hollywood, she did it in the palace, and now she's doing it again, making sure she comes out spotless, sympathetic, and powerful. While Harry looks like a broken man begging for mercy. And the saddest part? Harry knows it. He's living in quiet panic now, because the woman who once said, "I love you," now knows every single secret he's desperate to hide. This isn't love anymore, it's strategy. Just when you think Meghan couldn't possibly make things more dramatic, she decides to drop what might be the most shocking rumor in royal gossip history. The baby bombshell. According to one alleged insider, Meghan never carried her children herself. Yep, you heard that right. The whispers say she allegedly used surrogates, and that a certain doctor supposedly confirmed it. Now, if that's true, and that's a big if, we're not just talking about a scandal anymore. We're talking about a royal crisis. Because in Britain, faking royal lineage isn't just, oops, I fibbed. It's practically a crime. Picture it. Two adorable royal kids, the world cooing over them, everyone assuming they were born the traditional way. And then, boom, this rumor starts spreading that Meghan might have staged the entire thing. The palace would explode. It'd be a PR meltdown of epic proportions. And of course, Meghan being Meghan, she'd spin it like a pro. She'd play the privacy card. Health reasons, female empowerment, unfair scrutiny. You name it, she'd twist it into a sympathetic narrative faster than a Hollywood publicist could say exclusive interview. But behind the scenes, people would be freaking out. Because if this rumor had even a grain of truth, it would mean Meghan might have just cracked one of the oldest royal traditions, the sacred purity of the bloodline. Meanwhile, poor Harry's sitting there like, wait, what? The man who once vowed to protect his family at all costs might be realizing he doesn't even know what's real anymore. His life is unraveling in real time and everyone's watching. It's giving royal fraud meets soap opera chaos, and honestly, even Netflix couldn't write it this well. She's got everything she needs lined up, the receipts, the sympathy, the spotlight. Harry? He's left with regret and a receding hairline. The world's watching, and it's painfully obvious. They don't even pretend anymore. No hand-holding, no loving glances. That famous sparkle Meghan used to flash like a light switch? Gone. Completely gone. Every public appearance looks like a silent battlefield. Meghan power walking ahead like she's running her own empire, and Harry trailing behind looking like a lost intern. No eye contact, no connection, just emptiness. Body language experts are practically foaming at the mouth, breaking down clips frame by frame. Look at his posture! See how she avoids his gaze! They don't even have to guess. It's all there in plain sight. And let's be real, Meghan knows exactly what she's doing. Every leak, every source close to Meghan article, every pap shot of her looking effortlessly strong is another nail in Harry's public coffin. She's already rebuilding her brand. Talks of a tell-all memoir, maybe another docu-series, new projects lined up, all telling the same story. The woman who survived the prince, not the one who destroyed him. Oh no, she's rewriting the ending, and she's making sure the world pities her while she pockets the royalties. And Harry? He's fading into the background, the tragic supporting character in his own love story. So, just like that, the dream died. The rebel prince who gave up the crown for love ended up giving up everything for heartbreak. The man who thought he'd found freedom found humiliation instead. And the woman who once promised forever turned around and handed his dignity to the tabloids like it was her last gift. Now the world sees two very different stories. Meghan, the poised phoenix, rising gracefully from the ashes of royal life, preaching empowerment and self-care. Harry, the broken prince, betrayed, embarrassed, and alone. He's reportedly furious, ashamed, isolated, and she, calm, cool, composed, like a queen without a crown, because in her mind, she doesn't need one anymore. She is the crown, because Because for Meghan, this was never about love. It was about narrative. Control the story and you control the throne. And here's the cruelest twist of all. When she said, "I will," at that royal altar, she wasn't promising eternal love. She was promising herself the win. The videos, the leaks, the rumors. They're not mistakes. They're trophies. Each one a reminder that she played the game better than anyone else. Every secret Harry tried to bury is now a souvenir from a war he didn't even know he was fighting. The prince lost his crown, his pride, and maybe even his peace. But the Duchess? She's walking away untouched. Lips glossy, head high, story sold. The fairy tale didn't just end, it exploded. And in the wreckage, one thing became painfully clear. In this royal love story, Meghan didn't want a happily ever after. She wanted the final word.